Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought let's go back to basics and let's do a Swiss meringue buttercream recipe. This is like the holy grail of icing for any cakes, any cupcakes. So I thought, why not do it? Because it will be good to have a little library of basics for you guys to sort of flick back to when I go through like more extravagant recipes where I'll use that icing and won't maybe put it in the video. So I thought, yeah, let's make Swiss meringue buttercream. So it's quite an easy recipe. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, no pun intended, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is quite a hard recipe. You just don't want to curdle essentially your meringue, but you can bring it back. You can always bring it back. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to show you how to basically, yeah, make the Swiss meringue buttercream. So I have 225 grams of sugar here. No, I don't. I'm going to start again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought, let's make a Swiss meringue buttercream recipe. We're going to go back to basics. I think I might do a couple of these videos where I'll do sort of like a chocolate ganache, a Swiss meringue buttercream, and maybe a American buttercream, just so you guys can flick back to as sort of a library for when I make cupcakes and cakes and maybe use these kind of icings. And instead of putting them in the video, you can just pop into the library and sort of see the little treasures, you know? So this recipe is actually quite easy to make. I say it's foolproof. Hopefully you say the same thing once you make it. But it is really, really easy. Yeah, so as always, all of the description box below will contain all of the lovely ingredients and the quantities. But for now, we are going to pop the eggs and the sugar in the same bowl. And we're going to pop it on a double boiler, which is basically a pot of boiling water. Simmering, and then we're just going to put the bowl on top, so I'll show you what that looks like now. But first we're just going to mix it all together, and we want to make sure that the eggs are food safe to eat. So we are going to make sure that it is heated to a temperature of 72 degrees, no lower, and then we can take it off the heat. Okay, so now we have our very, very hot eggy sugar mixture, and we're going to pour this directly into our mixing bowl of our KitchenAid. It is really, really hot, so please be very careful. So we're going to pour all of that gorgeous, glorious stuff in. I will grab my spatula. Where have I put my spatula? I have to use this guy. Oh. So just make sure that it's all in there. Like so. And then we're going to attach our whisk attachment, and we're going to turn it on at quite a high speed until it has come really, really lovely and meringue-like and glossy. This will take roughly around 10 minutes. And then to know when to stop is when you touch the side of the bowl and it's no longer hot. Currently it's very, very hot. So we want it to sort of be room temperature. So let's get whisking. Okay, so it is starting to come to temperature now, which is exactly what we want. So it is time, I mean, look at that glossy meringue. Like, it just looks incredible, doesn't it? It's super stiff. So stiff that I can't actually get it off. Super stiff, super voluminous, lovely and sticky. It's honestly a beautiful meringue. So we're gonna get get rid of all this meringue off the whisk. Like so. And then we're going to swap over to our beater attachment, which is what you commonly use for beating, creaming. So we're going to pop this one on, and then we're going to slowly start adding our butter. So here I have some softened butter. It is sort of firm soft, like it's not super soft, but it's firm soft. And we're going to add, and I've chopped it up into like little nuggets, and we're going to add little nugget by little nugget. Now we want to make sure that we don't just add the whole thing at the same time. Like that's just going to completely not work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add little nugget by little nugget, slowly incorporate it, and what you'll notice is that mixture will start to go runny. Do not panic. Slowly but surely, sort of every sort of 2 to 3 minutes, add in another nugget and another nugget, and then just keep going with that pattern until it has fully come together. You'll start to see it sort of turn runny and then start to go a little bit like curdly looking. Just keep beating. Trust the process and it will work out for you, I promise. So let's add our first little nugget in and turn it on. Okay, so we're almost at halfway point now, where half of our butter has gone in, but I just wanted to show you the consistency just so you don't panic, because I'm very aware that a lot of people panic at this stage. So it is super soft. It's very sort of like mousse-like in consistency, but it's not runny. Like it's still almost like holding its own drip, you know? So I'm just going to scrape down the bowl and make sure that all of that meringue is fully mixed through. And then I'm going to carry on mixing through the rest of my butter. Now, if at any point you start to really panic and it is looking a lot runnier than this, just pop it in the fridge for a good 5-10 minutes. Just allow the mixture to fully cool down, and then start whipping it up again and it will come together lovely. So we'll add the rest of our butter in now. Again, same as before, just nugget bit by bit. All right, so there we go, guys. We have our lovely Swiss meringue buttercream. It is beautifully fluffy. It is super soft. You can get really smooth, clean edges on a cake with this lovely icing. Now this particular recipe does roughly around decorates and fills a 7-inch cake, as well as 24 cupcakes. Or 24 cupcakes. So really good versatile recipe. You can also double it and make more if you need, but it is honestly delicious. And then from here you can either add vanilla, you can even add like freeze-dried fruit powders to like flavor it up, or some coloring. That works really well. Now another beautiful thing worth noting about this beautiful Swiss meringue buttercream is that you can actually keep it in the fridge for a good 3 days before you need to use it. So you can always make it ahead of time, especially if you have a cake order coming up. Otherwise, you can pop it in the freezer and it lasts for 3 months. So a really good way of sort of getting ahead of your orders and making sure that you keep on top of anything. And if you need to make some, but you know that it takes, a good hour out of your day, you can always make it in advance. So I'm literally just going to pop mine into a Tupperware container and then pop it in the freezer until I'm ready to use it. But that is our first back to basics recipe, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we shall see you next week for another video that will probably be using this lovely Swiss meringue buttercream. I hope you have a lovely week. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we shall see you next week. Bye guys.